Charles Rob Roberts was called the face of the Glen Ridge, New Jersey Police Department by the officers who knew and loved him. At 45, he looked like the picture of health. Then last month, he collapsed at home. His partner, Chris Grogan, resuscitated him. Roberts would spend nearly 3 weeks in hospitals, first in New Jersey, then in New York, while his colleagues held vigils and prayed for his recovery. Sports stars from the New York Giants and his beloved New York Mets sent well wishes. He never regained consciousness. Last week, he died from complications of the coronavirus. His death hit the department and the town hard. Roberts was so beloved. He was known fondly as the unofficial mayor of Glen Ridge. He was a mentor and a coach.
Whenever somebody needed help, and I don't mean like from a police standpoint, I mean somebody's on the side of the road or they didn't have enough money to pay for something, he'd be the first to reach into his pocket and help that person. And that was just one of many little things that he did.
Mourners at his memorial service saluted his flag-draped coffin, some wearing the blue and orange colors of the Mets. Everyone wore masks. As an advocate of masks and social distancing, he would have approved. Charles Rob Roberts leaves behind his widow, Alice, their 3 children, Shay, Natalie, Gavin, and a town that looked up to him. Following his death, he was promoted to the rank of sergeant. John Leone and Frank Abate were 2 of Rob's best friends. They would call themselves the 3 amigos. John and Frank join us from their homes in Glen Ridge. Thank you both for joining us. It's a tough one. In most cases, you have someone you can go to for comfort. But in this case, John, everyone looking at that video, everyone in that town seems to need comforting.
Oh, wow. I think that video that really just hit home just now. It was such a beautiful tribute that the town did for him and his funeral and his procession. And the tribute you just did was terrific. And you process it. You see all these people, they just loved him so much. Everyone wanted to be his friend. He was a friend to everybody. He found a commonality in everybody that he met. And that's what I embrace. And that's how I get through it, because this is what Rob would do.
Exactly.
Frank, tell me what was it about Rob? I mean, that this guy who connects with everyone, not just because of his role as a police officer, as was the point made in the piece, he just had this way with people, it seems. How do you describe that?
Well, the word that comes out now is Rob was a true humanitarian, the definition of a humanitarian. And whoever he came across, he touched them in a way that I've never seen anybody touch. It just completely organic, and he was just a wonderful, wonderful person.
John, let me ask you, I know Rob spent nearly 3 weeks in the hospital. During that time, the entire Glen Ridge community put blue hearts and ribbons on trees. They prayed together. You say the hardest part was not being able to go to the hospital and be right there to hold his hand.
I think that's the hardest part about this whole thing and during this whole crisis that everyone's going to be facing. You know, we're brothers, we're friends, we're family, and we just want to reach out and hold each other. And these are the times that you can't.
It's all right, pal.
You can't do it. You can't do it. But you know what? We did it. We sucked it up. We went to his room in the morning. We had coffee. Frank and I would have coffee under his room, and we would talk just like we would talk every morning. You fight through it, and you stay strong. You stay strong for your friends. You stay strong for Alice. You stay strong for Gavin, Natalie, and Shay. And that's what he would want us to do. He'd be like, stay strong. Just get through this, because he would do it for me.
Right, during the grand procession, people held these signs up, hashtag Rob Strong. What does Rob Strong mean to y'all?
It represents everything that he represented. And it represents to the community to realize they embrace this wonderful man. So seeing that, the tribute and everything that community brought out, it was just so heartfelt. It really, at the time of mourning, it made my heart feel full.